Mandatory, listen up, a mandatory interest meeting for the cheerleader and one of their parents this coming Tuesday, April the 12th. Seventh graders who are not in here, and high school. If you're going to be in high school next year, the meeting is at 6:15 right here. Okay, and then also we're going to be having dance lessons. I don't have the first date because we had a small conflict, but dance lessons will start next week. Boys, do you realize that it is 2 weeks until junior senior banquet? I'm sure the girls realize that. If you haven't asked yet, please do the courtesy of making that happen quickly. All right, we're starting off today. We've got Roberts Elementary that's going to go today, but we're going to start with our San Antonio trip. So are we starting with the video? Okay, here goes the video.
There's got to be more than going back and forth, from doing right to doing wrong, 'cause we were taught that's who we are. Well, come on, get in line right behind me. You along with everybody, thinking there's worth in what you do. Then like a hero who takes the stage when we're on the edge of our seat, saying it's too late. Well, let me introduce you to amazing grace. No matter the bumps, no matter the bruises, no matter the scars, still the truth is the cross has made you flawless. Cross has made you flawless. No matter the hurt or how deep the wound is, no matter the pain, still the truth is the cross has made you flawless. Could it possibly be that we simply can't believe that this unconditional kind of love would be enough to take a filthy wretch like this and wrap him up in righteousness? But that's exactly what he did. No matter the bumps, no matter the bruises, no matter the scars, still the truth is the cross has made you flawless. Has made you flawless. No matter the hurt or how deep the wound is, no matter the pain, still the truth is the cross has made you flawless.
All right, so this was a pretty cool trip. The place we were working with, there was a ministry in it was not a very nice neighborhood in San Antonio. I kid you not, across the street, there was a drive-through line for crack. There was a house, and there's 3 windows in a row. And the first one you would knock at and probably tell them what you want. The next one you would pay, and the next one you would pick up and never stop walking. So that's the kind of neighborhood that we were in. This was a cool trip, though, because, I didn't think there'd be much of a language barrier, but there was the majority of the population we couldn't speak to. And so the main thing, we had to reflect Christ in all that we did. That was kind of our basketball verse this year, just trying to reflect Christ in everything we do. So even people we don't minister to will still see the love of Christ in us. So we did that. We had a lot of fun on this trip. As you got to see, we got to go to the Spurs game, and that was a blast. But it was a great trip because, last year I went to the Dominican Republic, and there I could kind of hide behind the language barrier completely. I knew I didn't have to make an effort in order. It was just in my actions and the service that I did for them. But on this trip, because there were people I definitely could talk to, and we had to do more ministry. And so that was challenging for me, but that was fun. A lot of the work, it was I called it behind the scenes work, because usually behind the scenes work, you go and kind of help the community, which inadvertently helps the people. Well, we were helping the people who helped the people. We were helping the ministers that were already there, and so that was good for them because I mean they like it's an investment because we would be pouring into their lives so they could pour into others. Like that house we painted and the yard we mowed, that was just for them so they could come home to a and be encouraged at the end of the day because sometimes seeing the people there, it's hard to stay encouraged. So it was a great trip, and I'd love to go back.
Okay, so we were the two girls that went on the trip, and it was pretty awesome just going with these guys because it just gave us a chance to really get to know each other and bond and have that special bond. And I just know, like, I went home sick on Wednesday because I got the flu, but I remember this one time on Monday. We were at the baseball camp because we put on a baseball camp for all the kids. Like, first we went around to, like, all the neighborhoods around, and we passed out flyers that had like come to this baseball camp and then come to a movie afterwards. So we were having the baseball camp. This little girl came up to me afterwards and she just gave me a hug and she just started crying and just pouring out her like heart about like how she never gets out and like how she always just loves to be loved because her family doesn't really give her that chance to be loved, and so she just loved to come out and just get to be a part of it.
Okay, so Summer decided to get sick, so I was the only girl left on that trip. It wasn't super bad, but yeah, we still I survived. So after like we had done all of like the baseball camps and everything, we had gone down to this little area and they had like basketball courts or whatever, and they were all playing like basketball and stuff. So some of it was me, Coach Phillips, and some of the guys. We went down and played basketball and just got to have fun with all the kids that were there. And they said that they usually go down there like every day just to play basketball. And I kind of wish we had something like that because they were just having so much fun and just, just playing after school just at this basketball place. And you just got to see like what they like the way that like they were living, and I just got to see like how blessed I was because they had nothing. We had like people falling out windows from like drug deals, like people getting drug deals and then like falling out windows and like ladies with a bag and just like leaving and stuff. Basically drug deals all around like where we were at, and it was kind of freaky, but we still got through it. And it was just encouraging to all of like the people that were there for us to like be there and pray for them. So
Hey, I had no clue I was going to go on this trip until like 3 days before the trip. And so like I broke my ankle like the week before. So I wasn't sure. I was going to go to Balmorhea, but then my mom went on this trip. So I went with my mama so she could keep an eye on me. So yeah, she doesn't trust me. So I kind of like, in the 3 days that I was kind of like thinking about this trip, I wasn't sure if I was really going to do anything because I thought I was just going to be chilling in my wheelchair, just kind of watching everybody. So yeah, no, I was with Coach Phillips. He, Coach Phillips always found something for me to do, and I like that. So I wasn't just watching them. I was always doing something. Like one time when we were just painting the house, I just sat in the corner with a little roller like this. And so yeah, I did that for a long time. Really, this trip, like, the main focus on this trip for me, like, I'm kind of a guy that likes to do things on my own. Like, I'd rather do it my way, get out of my way, let me do it. And so this trip, I needed a lot of help to get around. Like, this, like, helped me bond with my teammates, bond with my brothers. Like, Capanye, this guy, like, pushed me around all over the Riverwalk. There's one time I thought I was about to die. That was when we were by the river. So yeah, but like a real impact on me was like Coach Phillips and I and Capanye were like going around the neighborhood trying to get people to come to our baseball camp, and we went to like one house. It was funny. This lady opens the door and Coach Phillips invites her. He goes, "Do you have any kids? We're starting a baseball camp." Yeah. And she starts speaking Spanish. She didn't understand. And then Coach Phillips just starts speaking fluent Spanish, and her eyes just get like real big. I thought it was hilarious. I was laughing, but baseball.
My favorite part of the trip was getting to do the baseball camps with the little kids. We got to go around the neighborhood and, like you said, invite them over and just tell them that we had little training camps, which didn't go well because they just wanted to play. So we cut the training part out of it and just played with them and got to show the love of Christ to them. And it was just fun to see how their faces lit up whenever they got to come and play with us. And to see the poverty that they came from was hard, but getting to make their day better and just be with them and show them that there's people out there that do care about them and that they had a brighter future than what the people in their lives have been telling them. And so just getting to minister to them was definitely something that I was looking forward to.
Okay, so I'm not really a public speaker, so. Well, I really liked the camps like CJ did, and this kid he really liked me, so he just stuck around me. And whenever that was done, he decided to, instead of calling me Christian or companion, he just named me Buddy, and that's how I knew he knew me by. And so the next day, whenever we were walking around the houses, we passed a fence, and all these kids were there, and he was in the group, and he rushed to the door whenever we went to go knock on it and talk to the mom, which we didn't know was his mom. And I'm pretty sure they really wouldn't have let us do the baseball camp with their kids if he didn't come up and go, "Buddy!" And it was, it was kind of cool how he just recognized me off the bat. Anyways, he really grew attached to me, and when the mom came over to watch, she kind of saw how I was just hanging around supporting the kid, and she came she came to talk to me after we were heading out, and she came up and she was like had tears in her eyes and was saying that the way he acted whenever I was around him was way different than whenever he ever acted whenever he was by himself or with his mom. And it was because his dad just pushed him away. He never really had a father figure, and at the time she had a boyfriend, so I was not really happy how she said I was how she was acting like I was a better father figure than her boyfriend, and that didn't make me happy. But it was just really tearful and emotional, and it was really opened up my eyes how just being nice to a kid and hanging around them and just supporting them really can make a huge difference in that. Just it really shows Christ, and so that's about it.
This trip was a good trip. It was fun watching our guys get together, roll up their sleeves, and it didn't matter what we asked them to do. They were all in. If there's any groups out there that need peanut butter and jelly sandwiches made, this group right here can make some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I think they made over 1,000 sandwiches in the week's time we were there. So anybody need that help, they got you. And don't ask them to eat Cool Ranch Doritos. We ate it every single meal. Good time. You know, it was one of those things where when we had the baseball clinic, it was an opportunity for our guys. They didn't learn much about baseball. It was more of a time for us to show God's love, and our guys just bought into it. And the girls stepped right in just like they were part, and there was no second guessing of their followers of Christ. And it was a big time deal for our team to go together and for us to see each other in God's world and God's way. And so it was a good thing for us to see and a good thing for me to see for an aspect of being their coach. We did get a lot of good times. We ate a lot. We ate really good with the Doritos. But we had the big pizza. We had a little breakfast burrito place, $1.25 burritos. They were great. One of the best times was when we went back after we ate our last supper. We'd go back to the dorms where we were staying, and Ryan Hiley, our Destiny Sports Missions guy, led the Bible study after a 14-hour day of out there doing it, and it was incredible to hear him talk and hear him do his thing, and it was just awesome to be a part of that. And unfortunate that Summer got sick and Miss O'Donnell had to miss a whole day of our deal, but our guys, like I said, they really bought into what we were doing, and every time they were asked to do something, we painted house, we mowed grass, we loaded 60 trucks of food that people would pass out. Our kids went and we passed food out to homeless people. It was really rainy that day, but we still got out there, stood in the rain, and passed out food. The drugs was incredible. It was incredible to watch that much activity. We're going to the homeless people, and there's a car parked underneath, and you can see the kids in the back and the guy in the front. The guy in the front's doing drugs right there in front of his kids. Just a surreal moment for our kids to see that and to realize how blessed we really are. And we're grateful that we got to go on a trip and look forward to next year's trip. Thank you.
Okay, we are Lubbock Missions, and we went to Roberts Elementary. And this group worked really hard. What we did is Roberts Elementary is basically just right across the loop off of Avenue P. It's a Title I school, which means it's mostly low-income families. We worked with the fourth graders, and so what we did is we had half of the fourth graders, which is about 100 kids each day, and we had them in the cafeteria, and we had all these centers, and the kids rotated to the centers to help them get ready for their STAR test, which they had coming up. So we did some math stuff, some English stuff, and it was games or kind of fun things to get them ready for their STAR test. And so we would have them every other day. So these students had to lead their group each day. So it took a lot of prep work. In the weeks leading up to it, during our missions meeting, these guys were planning what they were going to do in their center, how they were going to keep these kids engaged for that amount of time. And that's not an easy task, to keep fourth graders engaged for, half a day in a center. And so these guys did a great job with that. And so we also had a snack station. That was where Miss Morin was and one of our students each day. And that was kind of our in to get to share Christ with them. So we'd have a snack that was like the coat of many colors or making a rainbow, and they got to share a Bible story at that station and talk to the kids about Jesus. And at a public school, to get to, share salvation with them is not normal. I mean, it's not something that you would be able to do normally, but just us being there and doing the snack station with them gave us an in to be able to do that. And the kids really enjoyed it. And some of them really were able to say, oh, yeah, I know this from my church, or I've heard this before, and were able to share. So that was really neat. Then on the last day, also, we did like a little pep rally to yay your STAR test, do good on your STAR test or whatever. And so these guys had to plan skits. They did two cheers actually, with motions. They did really good. And then we showed a slideshow, and the kids got to see their picture all week. And then we gave them little goodie bags with pencils and erasers and all that kind of stuff in it. And the students, the fourth graders that had these guys all week, really grew to love them. And by the end of the week, they were really sad they were leaving and weren't going to get to see them anymore. And so they really were able to connect with with our students. And so also, we tried to bless the teachers. We took the fourth grade teachers something every day, like a Sonic drink or, something like that, just to be able to bless them. They have, classes of tons of students that they have every day, and I don't think they normally get something like that, so they were really blessed by that. Also, you'll see in the video that we'll show in a minute, we also on one of the mornings made like decorative boxes that we donated to the Children's Hospital, and those are for we painted them and decorated them and everything. Those are for women who lose their baby or have a miscarriage, and they give them those boxes. So we were able to do that also on one of the mornings. Anyway, I'm going to let some of these students share about their experience. Yating is first.
Okay, I went to Roberts Elementary School last year, and every time when my teammates were talking and playing with the kids, I was setting things up all the time because I was not good at English, so I was afraid to talk to them. So on that Friday, we had some time to take pictures with the kids, and then I saw a lot of kids. They ran to my teammates and they were just excited. I was standing there being very awkward because I didn't remember any of the kids' names. So it was not a very good memory. And then this year, I signed up for San Antonio trip first. Then for some reason, I decided to stay here. So I asked Mr. Havens to put me in Baylor's mission. And he agreed, but he put me into Roberts several days later. I was like, seriously? And of course I complained. And Yue, she said, oh, you know what? Maybe God has a plan for you. So I was like, okay. And then in our first meeting, Coach Patty told me that there are 2 Chinese students that they went to Roberts recently and they can't speak English. So she was expecting me to help them a little bit. So at that moment, I realized that this is the plan that God has for me. So I talked to them. They're both 9 years old. They're so young. They're younger than my brother. Like, I'm worried about my brother coming here. So, and then they were afraid of talking and making friends. I told them everything will be okay. I survived, so could you. And then they seemed more confident than like after our conversation. And also during that week, I was trying to talking to those little kids, and they just loved me a lot. And some of the kids, they said, oh, you know, my favorite food is Chinese food. I was like, that is so sweet. Because I know some Americans, they don't like Chinese food. And then on Friday, after pep rally, there were 6 or 7 kids. They ran to me, they hugged me and asked for pictures. And it was so different than last year. So I'm very thankful for Mr. Heavens. And then for God gave me a chance to fix my mistakes and then grow. So it was an amazing trip for me. Thank you.
Hello, if y'all don't know me, my name's Ezra. I'll make it real short. A lot of the kids, yes, they did not want to talk the first day of game here. Like when they would go to my station, they're like, don't know these people, don't care, don't want to know them. A lot of them liked it, and I was just going to start talking. I would ask them a bunch of questions. My partner was asking. We were at a game station, and there was one other group that was a station. There was 2 kids in particular that were really interesting. The first one, Miss Petty told us that there was this one boy that she was told that he is selectively mute, which means he does not want to talk at all. And she asked me if I could try to talk to him. So he wouldn't answer me at all for like the first 2 days. So I had to ask his friends what he likes to talk about, and then I would figure all that out, and then I would talk to things to him. And eventually he started to talk to me a lot, and that was really cool. And then there's this other girl that multiple people noticed, like she had a Bible in her backpack, but we could tell she was afraid to take it out. And then she went to my station first after that. And I asked her, why are you so scared to pull out your Bible? And she said that she was afraid that other people will be judging her, that she is reading the Word of God. And I told her, I'm like, well, it shouldn't matter what other people think about that. What should matter is what other people, the people that really do care, it matters what they care about. And I was able to answer a lot of her questions that she had about the Bible, and I was able to connect to a lot of the kids. And then after the prep rally, we were holding the doors open for them, telling them bye. A lot of them, they would tell my name they would say their name last minute, and they're like, please don't forget my name. And I remember a lot of their names, not all of them, but I know most of them.
Okay, now we have a slideshow for you to watch that Christopher made, so we hope you enjoy it.
I was stumbling in the darkness, couldn't see my hand in front of me. I was sending up in SOS, when all was lost, you came running. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. You sent the shadows scattering, went through the clouds of piercing light. And then I saw you shine, shine, shine like the sun.